So something that comes up a lot in our cases is a witness credible, and what makes a witness credible? And I'll tell you, a lot of things go into that, and ultimately whether a witness is credible is going to be a question for what we call the fact finder. Often that's a jury, sometimes that's a judge. But what those folks are looking for to determine credibility is their story consistent? Have they told the same story from the beginning of this case all the way through? Is it probable? Are they telling a story that makes sense? I have heard stories about fights where they say, well, then they punched me here, and then they held me down there, and then they kicked me here, and then they used their other arm to do this. And I've got 3 or 4 arms going on in a case, and that is not a credible story. So it really comes down to, is what the person's saying, does it make sense? Does it seem like a probable thing that could happen? And that is often what credibility is about. Sometimes witnesses give multiple versions of the case to different folks, and if the story changes significantly over time, even to make it what seems to be worse for us, for my client, that actually is helpful because their story is changing, and the fact that it's changing sometimes shows that that person is not credible. So credibility is about a lot of things, and ultimately it's a decision that, like I said, the fact finder, juries and judges are going to make depending on what kind of proceeding we're having. But we look at credibility all the time. One more thing for credibility. Is the person biased? Is there something about them that is more likely they're going to lie for somebody? Like, is it, their mama? A mama is often a very biased witness because they love their baby and they can't imagine that their baby would do wrong. But just because it's a mama doesn't mean they're not credible. It's just there's a bias issue we have to address in that.